Hello, everyone. Good morning. Just setting it to public so that I can see all your comments. There we go. Hello, welcome to Friday. Hi, Mendy. Good morning. Very good morning to you, Mendy. Silly o'clock where Mendy is. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, another Friday. I can't believe how quickly the time seems to be going at the moment. It's all a bit mad. Hi, Sue. Hi, Rachel. I was just about to say, please do put a comment and say hello so that I know you're there, but you're doing it already. It's as if we've done this before. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sal. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Eva. Nice sunny day, sort of, in the UK. Hi, Jess. At the moment, it's supposed to be warm, I think, getting warmer, as it was a bit cold yesterday. Hi, Karen. Yeah, I don't know what to say, really. The world's gone completely mad as far as I can see, but we won't dwell on that. As usual, working a bit of magic this morning. If you've got any questions throughout, do pop them in the comments, and I will do my very best to answer them for you. Questions about what I'm working with, questions about herbs, questions about food, magic, spells, witchcraft in general, me, whatever you want to ask the questions. I will see if I can answer them. Good morning to the dedicated druid. I do like your new name, Sue. That's much better. Yeah, any questions throughout, just pop them in the comments and we'll see what we can do with them and where it goes. I know a lot of people have started going back to work now, which is all good. Big shout out still for the key workers who are still there, still doing what they do to keep everything running. But other people I know have started to go back to work and will do from next. Any ideas for getting rid of headaches, please? That's I don't deal with medical stuff, Sal. I don't know if the lovely Sue has any suggestions for that. I know some of the herbalist companies do make headache balms, which are supposed to be very good. Thankfully, touch wood, I don't suffer from them. But if Sue's there, if you post anything about the headache balm, I can't remember where it came from, but I know a couple of the herbalist companies do that, and it's supposed to be very good. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Maria. But water, yeah, water's always good. Headaches, it depends what type it is, isn't it? Because there's all different sorts, stress or muscles and all different sorts of things. But yeah, have a look for herbal headache balm because that's supposed to be really good. Right, I've got a new little doofer, look. A new little Ouija flip from Etsy, in case anybody wondered, for holding the card. Hi, Leslie. So the card this morning is one that is of particular interest to me. Hi, Vicky. I'm laughing already because it's all about patience today. That's so not one of my virtues. Oh, there's Sue. Oh, Herbs on the Hill. That's the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Sue. Herbs on the Hill do a headache balm, which is supposed to be very good. Definitely worth a try. So look that one up for your headaches. So yeah, still be patience. Still bees flowering in the garden at the moment. It looks like pink candy floss, really. Very pretty plant. If I have, there's a woman sitting there, Patience. She looks a little bored, actually, but that would be me. Hi, Kathy. That would be me doing anything. The holder, Teresa, came from Etsy. Tarot card holder, I think I just looked for. Leslie uses a cold pack at the back of her head. Good idea. Yes, that's for tension headaches. That would work very well, wouldn't it? I would imagine. So a still bee is all about patience. Patience is perhaps a virtue. Hang on to that which is true. Draw in a breath and slow down. Smile and do not frown. Trust in yourself. Have faith and hope. Give yourself the time to cope. Tricky one, patience, it really is, but this is the meaning of it. Patience, little one. Hold up, so a bit closer so you can see. I've moved the camera and it's a bit further away. Patience, little one. Okay, I know sometimes it can be a total pain in the butt waiting for stuff to happen, but you know you're going to have to just sit and wait this time. Put your trust and faith in the universe to deliver what you need when you need it. Just because you want it now, right now, and you aren't getting it, stamping your feet is not going to do you any good. I can hear my husband smirking at me as I say that. In fact, all it will do is increase your stress and anxiety levels and make your impatience so big and out of control, you may just end up doing something really stupid to mess it all up. There is a time to really rein in and sit on your hands for a while. Seriously, do it. Have a little patience. Good things come to those that wait, and even better things come to those that wait patiently. Oh, I can't believe I wrote all that. That's, I'm so bad with patience. Anyway, a still bee. Let's move to the plant because that's far more interesting. A still bee is happy to sit in the shadows, so I use it in magical workings to help with shadow work. The flowers do look like the beard of a goat, or pink, if a goat had a pink beard. Hence the folk name too. It can also be used to impart the magic of goat. I know that sounds a bit ooh, but you know what I mean. Balance, courage, respect, curiosity, sacrifice, emotional or mental, not actually popping the goat on the altar, let's not even go there, and independence. It can also represent the god Pan, a half-goat deity. In fact, it does carry a nice punch of masculine energy. Folk names for a still bee include false spirea and false goat's beard. They are very happy to sit in the shade and don't mind soggy feet, which is probably why it likes air garden, because we've got clay soil. Plant hails from the Far East. The seeds are teeny tiny, looking more like a speck of dust than a seed, so I don't suggest you collect the seeds for magical work. The name comes from the Greek and loosely translates as without brightness, referring to the dull colour leaves on some of the plant species. Yeah, you don't really bet for the leaves, you get it for the flowers because they do look like, it doesn't look very pink, but that is pink. It's very, very pale pink, cotton candy like. Very, very interesting plant. Teresa, the cool strips they do for kids are good. Suffer with migraines. Ooh, ouch, sorry, Teresa. No tablets, touch it. But those strips do at least help. Keep them in the fridge for extra cooling. Oh, interesting. I've not seen those, Teresa. So yeah, if you suffer with headaches or migraines, have a look at the cool strips they do for kids. Worth a try. Maria, I laughed when I got this card. Yeah, I laughed when I pulled the card out too, Maria. Hi, Lani. Yeah, it is an interesting plant to have in the garden, and it is very good to work magic with. Now, interestingly enough, when I pulled the card out and I thought, oh, what spell work am I going to do for patience? And I thought, perhaps it's not actually the subject, patience, that I should be working magic for. Bear with me here. I am going somewhere with it. I thought perhaps I'd have a look at a 7-day spell because that takes an awful lot of patience to work with. So rather than working with the intent of patience, I'm working with the practicalities of patience. It made sense in my head anyway. So I'm going to run you through a 7-day spell taken from my Kitchen Witchcraft Spells and Charms books, just in case you wondered. I just thought I'd drop that in there. But I have pulled out some information on patience from, as usual, see when you move your desk further away so that people can see the desk, it's a long stretch. So all the correspondences come from these two lovelies, Magical Food and Magical Herbs. As you can see from all the note bits of paper in there, I use them regularly because I don't remember everything. And all the crystal correspondences, I'm going to have to move that closer, come from Crystal Magic. Again, I don't remember everything, so I have to look it up. So they're my reference books. So herbs and plants, particularly for patience, you'll like this one or you'll hate it. For endurance, which I kind of associate with patience, Brussels sprouts. So if you want to work magic for endurance, you need the humble Brussels sprout. I love them, but I know some people don't. I also think of patience as being calm, because you need to be very calm to be patient, because if you're worked up, it's not going to happen. So blueberries, gravy, lettuce, mint, and poppy seeds are all the foods associated with calming. Herb-wise, aloe, alyssum, benzoin, chamomile, cowslip, lungwort, passion flower, patchouli, and self-heal, all really good for working with to calm you down so that you have the patience to do what you need to do. Crystals specifically for patience: blue lace agate, amber, amethyst, carnelian, chrysocolla, howlite, larimar, lepidolite, black obsidian, petrified wood, rhodonite, silver, tiger's eye, and tourmaline. All very good for working with patience. I also thrown in some colour magic this morning. If you're working a spell for patience, then the colour light blue is very good to work with. So let's have a look at the spell. I have my tray full of bits and pieces here. Let's make some room. There's a couple of different ways of working a 7-day spell. You can work it with one. Maria's got a few envelopes in between the recipe book. Yeah, envelopes are really good for bookmarks. I love bookmarks. Do not fold down the corner of a page. Seriously, I will hunt you down. It's a pet hate of mine. Books are precious. Anything works as a bookmark. I've got all sorts of things, shop receipts and all sorts of stuff as bookmarks. But 7-day spell, you can work it with one of the large taper candles and then just burn a section each day. They do sell, in some of the occult stores, they do sell candles specifically for 7 days, and quite often they are bobbles of candle, if that makes sense. So they are already in sections for you to burn down. Because I like to do things a little bit different, I'm working with 7 candles. You do not need 7 candle holders. As you can see, mine are a bit of a mixture, trying to find 7 candle holders. You can work with 1 candle holder and work with each candle individually each day. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I have 7 candle holders. So what I'm actually working with, 7 different days of the week, obviously, Monday to Sunday. 7 different intent. I'm just looking at the dogs come up. Hello. Right. 7 different intents associated with each day of the week. And I'm also working with the planets that are associated with that day of the week. So lots of layers here and lots of associations. So let's have a look at them individually. So I've got the first one, which is Monday, which is Moon Day. Ignore the symbols on the candle holders. They're not relevant to this, just the only candle holders I had. So Monday is associated with the moon. So I've gone with a white candle. Make the associations that you want to make. Personal thing. So Monday is Moon Day. So I've gone with white. Tuesday is Mars. So I've gone with red. Wednesday is associated with Mercury. So I've gone with pale blue. Thursday is Jupiter. So I've gone with green. Glad it's not 4 candles. Classic British humour. Look up the 2 Ronnies 4 candles if you don't get that reference. Very funny. Although with the state of the world at the moment, we might lose them too. But anyway, Friday, Venus, go with pink. And Saturday is Saturn, so I've got brown. And Sunday is the sun, so I've gone with yellow. It will all become apparent, I promise you. So Monday is the moon, so I'm dealing with emotions. So to associate with that, I have a clear quartz crystal, and I also have some water. Now, very, very lucky, I have some chalice well water from the springs that I collected, but any water is fine. Moon water will be fantastic. Tuesday's Mars, and that's this red one. So we're working with activity. So I've got a dog making squeaky noises. I've got rhodochrosite to work with. for Mars on Tuesday. And that's all about activities. So I have some chilies. Spread them out a bit so I know where they are. Wednesday is Mercury, so I'm working with communication. I've got a blue lace agate. And I've got some pasta. Not cooked pasta, that would be really squishy. All to do with communication. So Thursday, we're looking at Jupiter and growth. So I have got a piece of kyanite, very small piece of kyanite, and some copal to work with for that one. Friday is Venus and love. So I have got my stones all sorted themselves out. I've got a piece of unakite, pink and green unakite for Friday and love. And I'm going to be working with cardamom for that one. Saturday is Saturn, and it's all about structure. I've got my brown candle and a smoky quartz. And I've got some pine to work with for that one. And then Sunday, which is the sun and energy, I've got a piece of pyrite. I'm going to be working with cinnamon for that one. So that's my candles, all set with all their corresponding crystals and herbs. So let's work through the spell. Make myself some space. I'm not actually remembering all this. I have got a list written down here. I'm not Superwoman, I promise I'm not. Trust your intuition, go with what jumps out with you. The crystals I picked were because they were associated with the actual intent for each day, but also because they are ruled by the planet that I'm working with for each day. And I did the same with the herbs as well. They're all ruled by that particular planet. So let's just give Eric a bit of a scratch on his tummy because he's making squeaky noises. Are you helping? I don't think you are really, are you? So you start your first day. Actually, someone asked a question in the week about, do you cast a circle when you work with spells? You don't? No, okay. I don't tend to. If I'm working a spell like this or any of the spells that I've covered on my Fridays, I don't cast a circle. They're pretty... He is cute, Maria. He's also a total git, but there you go. I don't cast the circle. My house is used to me working magic, and it's got layers of protection around it anyway. If I'm working with a general spell, I don't bother with a circle. You could cast just a shield around yourself and the spell if you wanted to. You could include it in a whole ritual. You could cast a circle. It's entirely up to you and how you feel. If I was working with something like the Fae, then I probably would cast a circle. The circle's there to keep the energy in, but it's also there to keep the negative energies out. So if you feel you need to, then trust your intuition and go with it. Definitely personal choice, I think. Are you going to squeak the whole way through? Are you? Right, so you get your first day. Start on a Monday. If you can start so that the last spell, the Sunday, falls on a full moon, that would be brilliant, but it's not necessary. So you start on your Monday. You get your white candle or whatever colour. You know, I chose white because it's the colour of the moon. Are you going to sing the whole way through this? So I've gone with white because to me that says moon. I think it's also a blank canvas because Monday and moon, we're working with emotions. I've got my clear quartz, so I've got my candle, got my clear quartz. What I haven't got is a lighter. See how unorganised am I? Let's grab a lighter. I do try to be organised, but it's a bit early in the morning, isn't it? So I've got my crystal and I've popped that in front of it to charge with energy. And I'm going to work with water for this one, so I'm going to dress the candle. I'm just going to put a dash. You don't have to have special water. I will just dress the candle with the water. You can just sprinkle it on, it doesn't matter. But water's all about emotions as well, so it ties in very nicely. And of course the moon controls the oceans, so seawater would be perfect for it. And then we light it. Do make sure they are in safe candle holders. I will show you this one, if you can see it, without setting fire to myself. This is a wooden candle holder that I left and forgot that it was there. And of course it's burnt into the wood. And it just happened that it was behind my husband, and he was on a online chat with his boss, and his boss said, "Why is there smoke billowing out behind you?" And the candle had burnt down into the candle holder. So never leave a candle unattended. Do pay attention to it. So we've lit the candle, and I'm going to say a little chant, and I'm going to say, so on Monday, light the moon candle and say, "Light and energy of the moon, I ask of thee, bring for my emotions stability." I apologize for the really bad rhyming, but it's not my forte. So then you need to sit. You need to let the candle burn out if possible, but for at least 10 minutes if you can. If you can't, let it burn the whole way out. And then you sit and you visualize being in control of your emotions. So a lot of this involves a bit of meditation type visualization work as well. So you sit and watch the candle flame and let it burn down completely, or for as long as you can, or as long as you feel. If you kind of finish halfway down, then go with it. Trust your intuition. And that's it for the Monday. So you let that do its thing. I'm going to blow it out now so that I don't actually set fire to everything. But you would leave that and you would visualize, do your visualization. And then you come to the next day. So the next day, Tuesday, Mars and activity. So we're working with red because for me that symbolizes Mars and also activity. As I said before, ask any questions as we're going along if you'd like to. I don't, interrupt me. Please interrupt me. Ask any questions you like about the spell work or witchcraft in general. I'm more than happy to answer them. So we're working with Tuesday, we're working with red, we're working with Mars, and it's all about activity. So I've got my piece of rhodochrosite, which I'm going to pop in front. And then I am not going to sprinkle chilies on a flame. Don't, because it really, really makes your eyes water. I don't use chilies in incense blends for that reason. So I'm going to pop a chili in front of it. It can be chili flakes, it could be paprika, it could be chili powder. It doesn't really matter. Go with what works for you. But chilies are ruled by Mars as well. So I've got my chilies, I've got my rhodochrosite, I've got my red candle. So we're going to light it. Hopefully. It doesn't want to light. It's activity. It says, I don't want to be doing activity today. I want to be sitting on the sofa in front of a good film. It will catch in a minute. There we go. Oh, no, don't do it all at once. You do it day by day, Sue. I'm just running through it. So the moon one would be worked on a Monday. So just 10 minutes on a Monday. This is now Tuesday. So you would work it on the actual day of the week. I'm just running through it. So yeah, day by day. It takes 7 days to work this spell. I'm just running through it today with you. But yeah, you'd work each individual one on each individual day. You can do it at the same time every day, Mindy. That would be perfect. You don't have to. Just each day, because you're working with the energy of that particular day. So this one is working with the energy of a Tuesday. So you work it on the Tuesday. I love those candle holders because they're so small. I have to melt them on a plate. The candle holders are all from Freya's Cauldron. I think they hand make them actually, but they fit perfectly with these kind of candles. And they don't actually last too long, these candles. They're quite nice, so you don't have to sit there for hours. So now we're time traveling at the moment. That was Monday. Oh yeah, no, you don't. 7 candles all burning in one room at the same time would be quite confusing, I think. No, these are just, it's 7 days, so it's over a whole week. So the white one was Monday. This one now we're time traveling. So now we're traveling to Tuesday. So you work this on the Tuesday. You sit in front of it, you light the candle, and you say, so this is the Mars candle for Tuesday, and you say, I mean, you say whatever you want to. I'm just giving you examples. Light and energy of Mars, I ask of thee, a life full of enjoyable activity. And a dog that doesn't squeak. So then you would sit and visualize what you want to bring into your life from an activity point of view, things that you like to be going out and doing, things you enjoy. And then you're done. Let it burn down. At least 10 minutes, sit and visualize if you can, or let it burn down as well. Go with the flow. Go with what feels right with you. So for now, I will blow it out. So that's Tuesday. The dog is sitting in his basket in the conservatory looking out at the garden, but he requires constant attention, so he squeaks a lot. So then we move to Wednesday, which is ruled by Mercury. And I have my blue candle for Wednesday. Blue really because Wednesday's all about communication. Mercury and communication. So blue to me is communication. It's the colour of your throat chakra as well. And I've got a bit of blue lace agate. Where do you put the candle and holder from the previous day? It's entirely up to you. I've got 7 candle holders. You might only have 1 candle holder. So you would have your 1 candle holder and just take the candle out and change the candle each day. Save them all. Save all the candles. If you've burnt them right down, then you've only got a tiny little stump. If they're halfway, then save them all because we'll do something with them at the end. Save all the bits and pieces. Just keep them all together in a little pile until the end of the week. They don't have to go anywhere special, just on a table. No, that's fine. Your altar or a table, wherever is safe for you to sit and watch a lighted candle for at least 10 minutes. But yeah, you can use the same candle holder. You don't have to have 7 of them. Just swap them each day. But keep all your bits together and then we'll do something with it at the end of the week. So we've got Wednesday here, which is communication and Mercury, blue lace agate, and my pieces of pasta. Pasta's associated with psychic abilities, but also with communication. Sue, I love your silver tray. This silver tray came from a charity shop, but it's very, very useful for doing all sorts of things with. I make mandalas and all sorts of things in it as well, but it's fireproof, so a bit safer. So we've got Wednesday, we've got Mercury, we've got communication, we've got pasta and blue agate. So you light your candle, which lights better than Mercury did. So we're working with, no, it is Mercury, sorry. We're working with Mercury in communication. See, this gets you, this is why I've got it written down, because it's all a bit confusing. So you sit in front of your candle and you say, this is Wednesday, this is Mercury. Light and energy of Mercury, I ask of thee, clear and concise communication ability. And then you would sit and visualize for at least 10 minutes, saying things that you need to say, clarity and clear communication between yourself and others. Visualize it, see it happening in your head, sit for at least 10 minutes, or if you can, watch it burn down. It's also a good excuse to spend a little bit of time on your own doing a bit of meditation. It gives you a bit of focus. So that is communication. Time traveling now to Thursday. And Thursday is Jupiter and growth. So I've got my green candle for growth. Green I associate with growth, prosperity, abundance. It's nature, isn't it? So for me, that works pretty well. Thursday, Jupiter, growth. And I'm working with kyanite. So I place my piece of kyanite in front of it, and copal, which is a tree resin. I'll pop a bit of copal. It is just a little bit of tree resin. Put that in front of it. Chosen because it is associated with Jupiter. Then you light your candle. If you haven't got coloured candles, then white candles would be fine. But if you want to work this, as I say, with one big taper candle, then you just burn a different section each day. You could even inscribe a little symbol on each, you know, you burn down an inch a day. So you could inscribe something, maybe the planetary sign on each section as you burn it. So it doesn't have to be 7 separate candles. It can be one large one. I like to work with colour magic, so that's why I'm working it this way. But if you have nothing but a white candle, then just go with that one. So we sit in front of Thursday and Jupiter. And we say, light and energy of Jupiter, I ask of thee, prosperity, abundance, and personal growth for me. Personal growth being my waistline at the moment, I think. Saw that lockdown cake. You then visualize, spend at least 10 minutes visualizing what you want, really. Being financially safe and happy in yourself. Personal growth, spiritual growth, as well as the material things. So you could color them as Sharpies. Excellent idea. Yes, if you had one big white taper candle, you could color each section with Sharpies. Yep, that would work brilliantly. Or even draw the planetary symbols on each one with a Sharpie. Good old Sharpies. So yeah, just visualize. You visualize growth, you visualize prosperity, abundance, and financial stability, spiritual growth, whatever you associate with growth. And then you let it burn down, or at least for 10 minutes. Then we time travel to Friday, which is Venus. And I've gone with pink. Pink's more about, for me, romance rather than red. Red's more about passion and energy. Pink I associate with romance, but go with what works for you. So Friday and Venus and love. And I've got a piece of unakite that I will place in front of it. And I'm working with cardamom. Growing out, I was told, not going out. Right, I'm going to put some cardamom, which smells lovely. Cardamon's such a lovely flavour, but it is really associated with love. It's perfect for this one. And of course, it makes a very nice curry. So we're working with love for this one. So this is Friday, this is Venus, and you light your candle. They're not playing fair today, are they? I think the wick's all curled up. There we go. So you would sit on a Friday with your Venus candle and say, light and energy of Venus, I ask of thee. Comfort, friendship, and love for my family and me. Because love doesn't just cover the obvious. It is about relationships, but it's also love for your family and your friends, and also love for yourself. You have to start with that, otherwise the rest of it doesn't fall into place. So you would sit and visualize for at least 10 minutes. Visualize being surrounded by good friends and happy family, or focus on your personal relationship or on your self-love, if that's what you choose to do. Visualize for at least 10 minutes or allow it to burn down. Did you say to normally work this spell the week before the full moon to end on it? Yeah, it does actually work really well. If you can make the Sunday one of the full moon days, that would work perfectly, because it brings a nice power boost to the end of the spell, but it doesn't actually matter. I have an electronic igniter because they're brilliant for when you're out in open rituals, purely that. Otherwise, light it with a lighter or matches, taper, whatever you've got, it doesn't matter. So that's Friday. I'm hoping this all makes sense. It's not actually complicated, it just seems it. Once you get into the flow of it, it does actually work very well. Time travel to Saturday now, and we are working with Saturn and structure. Oh, Sue uses Sharpies to colour light bulbs. What a good idea. Excellent. That's very clever. Sharpies have so many uses. So Saturday is brown. I've gone with brown because to me that symbolises structure. Again, go with whatever you've got, whatever colour you work with. Different candle holder because I didn't have 7 all the same. It doesn't matter, use the same one. I'm going to work with smoky quartz for this one, and I'm going to work with pine. I've got a few pine needles here from my tree in the garden, so let's sprinkle them in front of it. I have an old Christmas tree that I planted in the garden that seems quite happy. Right, let's sort the wick out first. So you're sitting on a Sunday, you light your candle with your bits and bobs in front of it. So this is all about structure. So you sit and visualize it. Call it hex. No, I've blown the candle out now. Marie, you made me laugh. You call it hex day. There we go. So sit on a Sunday. No, we're Saturday, aren't we? Sorry. Sit on your Saturday, light your Saturn candle and say, light and energy of Saturn, I ask of thee. Bring order, balance and structure to my life for me. So burn the candle for at least 10 minutes, sit and visualize having balance, order and structure to your home and work life. I think we're probably always searching for balance in those particular areas. It is a tricky one, but structure and a bit of order and organization always helps. Let it burn, visualize, and there's your Saturday and your Saturn. I will blog about all of this, hopefully, so that it actually makes sense. And then we're on to the last day, which is Sunday. And yellow for sun. That's where it gets its name from. So Sunday, we're working with energy. Sunday, sun, energy, yellow. I've got a piece of pyrite, and then I'm going to put a piece of cinnamon, because cinnamon to me is, well, it's totally energy to me. Very fiery herb, spice. You light your candle. There we go. So you're working on a Sunday with the energy of the sun. You light your candle and say something along the lines of, light and energy of sun, I ask of thee, bring passion and fiery energy to me. Visualize for at least 10 minutes your life being full of energy and passion. If you can, sit there and just meditate for a while until it burns down. And that's it. That's your 7 week of candle spells. You'll have stubs, hopefully, or even half candles. All of the candles you can put together and dispose of because you don't need them. Crystals, you will then have 7 crystals, all charged with specific energy. You can put them all together on your altar. 2, 4, 6, 7. You can then put them on your altar. You could put them in a little dish on your altar to remind you about the week of spells that you've worked. You could take specific ones out with you each day. If you're working the spells, so if you work the spell the Monday and the moon spell, you could carry the quartz with you all day on the Monday. The rhodochrosite, when you've worked your spell for activity on the Tuesday, you could carry that with you all day. Hello, have you come to eat the ingredients? You could carry the crystals with you for each day to tap into that energy. You can keep them all together afterwards at the end of the spell to remind you about all the spell work that you've done, or you could just cleanse them and put them back to reuse. The ingredients, so we've got a bit of cinnamon, we've got cardamom, we've got pine, we've got copal, pasta and chilies. You could make up a little spell pouch for each day to focus on the day, the planetary energy and focus for it. So for Monday, you could make a little pouch up with your quartz crystal in and dress it with some water and then just carry it in a little pouch. Tuesday in the chilies, you could work with your rhodochrosite, put that in a little pouch with your chili, carry it with you for the day. You could do that for each day of the week. Hi Sue, don't worry, you can watch it on the replay. I've only got a few, obviously you've only got 7 ingredients here, and I wouldn't put chili in an incense, and I wouldn't put pasta in incense, but you could make up a little incense blend with the ingredients that you've got if they're all burnable. Just to complete it, you could burn it all on the Sunday on the final day. That would work very well. Or you could just dispose of them. It's entirely up to you. If you want to work it even longer, you could work with your daily spell and just burn it halfway, and then you could work for the following week, you could do the whole process again and burn the second half of the candle. It's entirely up to you. But as I say, it doesn't have to be. I've shown it. Yeah, that's Eric there. Bless him. You don't have to work with 7 different color candles. You don't have to work with 7 candles. You can work with one big taper candle and just burn a section each day. You don't need 7 different candle holders. You could work with one candle and just swap the color candle each day. It's entirely up to you how you work it and what you've got. You don't need color candles. You can work with white ones. But the point of it is to work it over 7 days and to work with each daily energy and to work with the planets that day and energy bring. So Monday is moon and emotions. Tuesday is Mars and activity. Wednesday is Mercury and communication. Thursday is Jupiter and growth. Friday is Venus and love. Saturday is Saturn and structure. And Sunday is sun and energy. You don't have to add the herbs. You don't have to add the crystals. You can work purely with the candles if you want to. Keep it simple. I hope that's made sense. If you've got any questions, please do pop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. But it's working the energy over a week. So the energy builds up, which is why I suggest that if you can tie it in with the last day, the Sunday being a full moon, you finish on a high because you've spent the week building the energy up. So you finish on the full moon, which has got its own powerful energy. Thank you, Sherry. I will pop it on my blog, so all the details will be there. The spell itself comes from the Kitchen Witchcraft Spells and Charms book. So that's if you've got that book, the spell's in there anyway. But I think it gives you a little bit of focus each day and it builds up the energy. And you're working with the planets, and the planets have got powerful energy as well. So that's it really. If anybody's got any questions, do pop them in the comments. I know a lot of people are back to work, so I am going to try and stick with 9 o'clock on Friday morning. I will continue with these. As long as people turn up, I will play. If you prefer a different time of the day, do let me know. I might move it to an evening at some point. It'll be whatever works best for everyone, really. If there's anything specific you'd like me to talk about or work with, do pop me a message. I'll be happy to cover whatever you'd like me to. But that's your 7-day spell, really. 7 days, 7 colours, 7 planets, 7 intents. And obviously, if you don't want to work with all of them, I do recommend working with the days of the week. They have their own individual energy. Thank you, Mendy. I appreciate it. It's silly o'clock in the morning for Mendy. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, they're working with the days of the week. They have their own individual energy, so it's always interesting to tap. It adds another layer. To your magic if you can tune into the energy of the day of the week, and then tuning in with the planets as well. Hi, Paul. Yes, it is a great way to do a daily activity. Sorry, I've got hay fever. Is a nightmare at the moment. Everything is flowering in the garden, so it's it's all its pollen out. It is a great way to do a daily activity because you focus, you spend, even if it's just 10 minutes, you spend 10 minutes a day with your candle magic, focusing on the energy of the day and the planet and in a particular intent. You don't have to work with all 7. You could pick one out. If you just wanted to work on communication, then work a communication spell on a Wednesday because you're tapping into that energy of Wednesday and Mercury, which is all about communication. So yeah, definitely have a look at the days of the week. I think it's on the Witches and Pagans blog that I do. There are charts for working with days of the week and times of the days as well. And if you check the Kitchen Witch blog, Sue's been posting some planetary magic information as well. So it's just another spoke to your wheel. It's another different type of energy to tap into and another layer of magic to work with, really. Leslie, I think most of us need to work with patience. It is a good one with patience because it gives you focus and you've got to work with it every day of an entire week, which is, I think we all need a bit of organisation, Sue, in our lives. Bit of structure never hurts, does it? safer than asking a god and goddess for patience. Yeah, I think I'm a bit of a lost cause on that one. Leslie, love us all meeting here on a Friday morning. Oh, thank you so much. It is one of the highlights of my week. It's fantastic chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for all your continued support, as always. So yeah, if any more questions, chuck them in the comment before we go, and I will do my best to answer them. But as always, myself and the Kitchen Witch team are all here to support you over on the Kitchen Witch Facebook group. Any questions, any guidance, any support we can offer, please do contact us. We're always happy to help. And the whole group of the Kitchen Witch Facebook group is such a lovely gang of people. We've been truly blessed, really. We very rarely have any issues. So it's a lovely energy within the group. They're all there to support each other, which is fantastic. Thank you, Sue. And Sue's one of the Hearth Guardians as well. She's there to help and support along with all the others. So fantastic. That's about it then, really. We are having another Waffling Witches. I think it's on the 24th of June, if my memory serves me, over in the Kitchen Witch group. That will be all of the Kitchen Witch Hearth Guardians, all answering your questions and generally waffling. Maria, the herbs would end up in a meal. Now, that works brilliantly. If you've been working with, say, Friday, Venus, Love, and Cardamom, you could then make it into something, and then you're taking on board the energy. So cardamom cake is fantastic. Curry, obviously, brilliant. Yeah, and then you're eating the magic as well. Lani, yeah, wouldn't it be nice to meet up with people? Eventually, we'll get there. Hang on in there. Patience. We'll hang on in there. We will be able to meet people. Eventually. Penelope, please don't apologise. Kids, yeah, you don't need to say any more than that, Penelope. Thank you, Sue. Yes, 24th of June, 2:30 p.m. over in the Kitchen Witch Convent. We're having a Waffling Witches, which is myself and the Hearth Guardians, all answering your questions and generally chatting and talking about a whole load of rubbish and all sorts of other stuff. And generally lots of laughter. So do join us in the Kitchen Witch group for that. And I will be back here next Friday. So with something, anything, if there's anything specific you want me to talk about, please do let me know. I'll be happy to oblige. So enjoy your week. We are Friday today, so it's Venus, and it's a day of love. Love, friendship, family. Summer solstice is still on. Yep, 21st. Yeah, 21st. I tell you, my brain today is shot. It's gone completely. Yes, the Kitchen Witch are holding a live online ritual for the summer solstice. Stonehenge are going live right through the night from their Facebook page. We're doing a ritual at 9:30 the following morning, which I think is the Sunday. From the Kitchen Witch Facebook group. So we'll be doing a live solstice ritual. And that's all of the Hearth Guardians. So yeah, that's all set up and organized. We'll be doing a ritual, we'll be doing a spell within it. If you find the event via the Kitchen Witch Facebook group, it tells you a list of instructions if you want to work the spell along with us during the ritual. So thank you for that reminder, Mindy. That's about it. I am going to pop those into an incense blend because that's what I like to do, cleanse my crystals. I've got lots of candles here now that are all only just burnt. Now, I wouldn't use these candles for other spell work because they've been dedicated to particular spells. So this is all about emotions. I wouldn't then use the candles for anything else. Crystals, yes, cleanse them, start again. Herbs popped in the incense. These candles I wouldn't use for other spell work. They are dedicated to the intent that they've been worked with in this spell. And that's about it. So thank you, as always, for your continued support. It is an absolute blast to chat with you guys each week and share some of the magic with you. Have a fantastic weekend. Please stay safe, and I will catch you next week.